Hey planner friends, it's Nia. Welcome to Life with Nia. Today is the day that we set up our July 2021 budget. So we are doing a budget with me to get everything set up and ready to go for the month of July. I am going to go over goals, income, expenses, debt, check in with that net worth tracker that I don't like to talk about. Savings and savings challenges, and we will stuff our cash envelopes. So for the month of July, I am using the Budget Mom Budget by Paycheck workbook in the boxed set. So each month is in its own little booklet. So I will be using this booklet for July. And then I'm also using my 2021 monthly planner from Erin Condren. And this is my big overall planner that captures everything. So all my annual things, my savings trackers, my net worth tracker, business things, everything goes in here. And so for the month of July, which is just crazy that it's July already, I've got my month at a glance set up in here. I used for this month, I just went and made all of this for this month, but I used an old planner cake kit that I had purchased, I think last year, but it was after 4th of July. So I wanted to make sure that I got that used. So I've got some things that I need to still fill in here, but they're more decorative than anything. It's not anything that's really functional, but this is different than my kits that I normally use, so it looks a little bit different this month. So I've got my place for my budget, which is where I like to put my income and expenses, and then sinking funds. There wasn't a cash envelopes one, so I did all of my sinking funds / cash envelopes here because they're kind of a combination for me. And then I did like groceries, eating out, gas, and household, which are the ones that I carry every day here. I've got my debt tracker on this side, and we'll get into these in more detail. There wasn't like a cash envelope check-in, so I kind of made one. And then I gotta have a place for business expenses. I also decided that I wasn't going to get another annual, it's like on the academic calendar year, the academic planner that I was using to track business stuff. So I decided to start putting it in here. So that's gonna be in the back going forward. So if you see that and you're like, what is that? Because it really isn't related to my budget, but it's a place for it to go without me having to buy something else. So I started adding it there. Then in my Budget by Paycheck workbook, we've got our month at a glance, and we've got our goals for the month. So for this month, the goal is no credit card use, track expenses. And I tracked expenses last month, but I fell off a little bit at the end. So I want to be very intentional and really good about it to make sure that every dollar is tracked. I want to save $250. Etsy sales of $2,000, which equates to about $1,300 for me after fees and shipping costs. Pay off $1,000 in debt, pay off the Discover card, and pay off again the Quicksilver card. And then I have my list of things to do. I have some sinking fund visuals here. So it's not really a sinking fund, but the amount to pay off that Discover. And you know, I'm going to add in here the Quicksilver as well. I was like, what do I want to put on this last one? Vacation. So I just always like to look at where we're at. We're at 300 right now, so we're halfway there on just that little $600 goal. Studio Bliss Co, product sourcing and equipment, 400, and I think the Quicksilver, I have to look it up, I think it's like 428 or something like that. Then we have our Budget by Paycheck bill tracker. So for this book, I change it up and make it work for me. So my first paycheck of the month, which is my state of California primary income, I put here. And that is the check that I pull out money for my sinking funds in not all of it, because I do sinking funds throughout the month, but all of the cash envelopes for groceries, eating out, gas, household, those types of things. And then instead of, so then you have a place for extra debt and extra savings. I don't use that. I covered it up with another paycheck bill tracker because there's not enough room for me to list all of the bills. And then this is your cash envelope breakdown, which I do use. Then the next week, because Etsy pays me weekly, I do the paycheck bill tracker again, and then I have printed these on sticker paper, and so I've covered up and put it down again, and then again. I don't use the extra debt, extra savings sheet, and I don't use the cash envelope breakdown over and over again each week. I just sort of list out here what I'm going to do, because I'm really just taking that money out of the cash envelopes for the cash envelopes one time, if that makes sense. So, and then I have, all the expenses. This is where I track at. So, because I'm getting a late start on recording and I have things that start coming out on the 1st, some things have already been accounted for. So far this month, we have received $4,600, which is our normal everyday paycheck. Not every day, once a month paycheck. That would be nice if I got that every day though. And, for income for this month, I expected that. I don't have it written down on my list, but it is written here that I will get my health stipend of $165.75. And then for Etsy for July, I have $200 for July 6th. It's probably actually going to be closer to $500. So we have that. Then, like I said, I'm expecting about $1,300 from Etsy over the course of the whole month. I am expecting my first payment from YouTube of $100. So YouTube does not pay you until you hit 100, and then they pay once a month. So you have to have made 100 in the month prior to receive a check. And so I got monetized in April, and I'm averaging about $40 to $45 a month. So I want to get that up, but this will be my first check. So I'm excited about that. And then I've shared before, I'm a salaried employee, so I don't get overtime, but because of the Cousin Roro situation, we have had this special pay for the extra hours that we work. And so I am hoping to receive a check this month for that in the amount of $1,100. I have written down $1,400, but I don't know that I'm going to count it, because that is my stimulus check. I have the check in hand. I just haven't cashed it. I shared that in a video before. So should I need to cash it, I will. I'm just trying to really be thoughtful with it and what I used to do with it. I know that once I cash it, it might get spent. And so I'm trying to have, you know, if nothing, I don't know. I'm trying to, you know, if something comes up and I have to take care of it, I'd rather have it as a go-to. And I know that that is what an emergency fund is for, but in my head, there's money there, and I like to spend money on things that are not emergencies. So for now, in check form is the best thing for me. And it's not like I'm missing out on some amazing interest somewhere. So this is just not worth it. So for this month, I am expecting somewhere between $7,100 and $8,500 in income. Expenses are the same. I have this thing with my house and landlord where starting April of last year, I started having to pay utilities. So water, sewer, trash. And I was paying ahead, and they were supposed to send me the bills so that I'd know. Well, they weren't sending me the bills, so I stopped paying ahead. So they're not getting anything until I get bills. We've been playing this little silly game for over a year, and I should not have to beg you to see a bill. So when I see the bill, you can see some money, is how I feel about the situation. It's frustrating for me. Because I've been here like more than 15 years and I'm by no means a bothersome tenant. I take care of everything, and I'm just not going to send you money, you know, and it was like crickets. I would not hear anything from them because they just had this extra money. But I could never reconcile it because I could never see the bills. So, like, what is the cost of the, you know, water, sewer, and trash? I'd like to see it. And, you know, they're supposed to send me the bills in advance so that I could pay the appropriate amount. And the reason I was paying extra was because I did not want to get hit with this huge dollar amount and not have the money for it. So I was trying to, you know, add a little to every payment, every rent payment to ensure it was covered. Because I have an estimate of what I think it will be. And so that was for my own benefit. But what I actually did was I will normally send maybe an extra $150 or so a month. I have the $150 set aside. When you show me a bill, I'll show you some money. It's kind of where we're at in this situation. So we'll see how that works out. They didn't get my check yesterday. They should have it on Monday. And when she doesn't see this will be the first time she won't see some extra money. Maybe I'll see a bill. So that's my little rant for you on that situation. So that's why the utility home looks like this, because all I paid was the $1,700 this month. Which, yeah, right now, that's where we're at. SMUD is my electricity. PG&E is my gas. CarMax insurance, my Mac, Kohl's have all been paid. Discover's also been paid. But I did not write it in because my goal is to pay it off this month. So I want to write in pen what the actual amount ends up being. So I paid $50 so far. Silhouette, Design Studio $3.99, Navy Federal $138, and then we have some things that really they come later towards the month, but I feel like paid for internet already this month, and these things are all pretty much the same. Our cash envelopes are going to be $3.90 this month. So what I don't expect anything unusual to be with expenses. The only thing that may be added to this is purchasing a dryer and tires for my car, which are going to come out of a sinking fund. So it is accounted for, you know, in some other way. It's not an unexpected expense, so to speak. It's something that I've been planning for. For debt, at the beginning of the year, I had shared, like, my goal was to reduce my debt by $10,000 this year, and I actually have in one place $10,000 and another $12,000. So I think the goal was to reduce it by $1,000 a month. I am at, and I went up in June, so that's part of the problem. So we started with $42,749 on January 1st. As of June 30th, we're at $38,656, which is $4,093, which is great, but is not on track to reduce by $10,000 to $12,000. So I want to get very intentional about that this month, because in June I increased $129.25, which is probably Afterpay and some other stuff that I didn't have any business buying. So, this month, if I pay off the Quicksilver and I pay off the Discover, that is a little over $600 right there. And I definitely am taking into account the interest that I won't continue to be charged as well, not affecting the next month. So, I'm just really trying to work on getting after that the remainder of the year. So that is the debt update. And with the debt update, I do have a little check-in on the net worth tracker. So I've shared before, I don't really look at my net worth because it's negative, because I owe the $250,000 to the student loans. So I was just looking up some of my different things for retirement. I started at the beginning of the year at $57,785. It now has $62,503. That is basically like my pension. And then it's a pension, but it can be cashed out at a certain age, I think. I don't know how it works. I'm just here for 25, 30 years to, you know, see what happens. My 457, which works like a 457, like a retirement account, at the beginning of the year was 21,829. It is at the end of June 24,827. And I was looking on there and it says like it's up 34% in the last year. So from the period of time it's looking at is May of 2020 to May of 2021, 34% increase. That is insane. This year to date, I think it's like 11.5%, but like, I think 34% in the middle of the Cousin Roro situation is like, the stock market was booming. Anyways, vacation leave started the year with it being worth $21,300. It's now worth $34,716. Isn't that crazy? Like, I could go on vacation to the tune of $34,000, like $34,000. You know why? Because I have 789 hours of leave, because I haven't been on a vacation in 18 months. And so I was earning 2 days a month for the last 12 months because of the furlough that we took. So that is supposed to stop July 1st. And my August paycheck for July should look like a normal paycheck again, which I don't even know what that's going to look like, because that's just where I work at. You just don't know how much money you make, is essentially. I think I've had this rant before as well. It's an ongoing one that I've had for years. So yeah, like if I were to have an unfortunate early demise, my beneficiaries would be paid out my vacation leave, and they tax it at the supplemental rate, so it's about 45%. So they wouldn't see $34,000, but they'd see about half of that. And then I looked at how much cash I had on hand. It's not physically on hand. Please don't start looking for me. This is YouTube. Cash savings. And I have more than doubled it. So I'm pretty excited about that. From January, I had $1,500 to the end of June, $3,588. So that's pretty cool. Personal property is still about the same. I didn't look up what my car was worth. This is the unsecured debt is down to $38,000. So, we're, making a little progress in the net worth area. We still owe, Sally Mae or Fed Loan or whoever, a whole lot though. So it's still a negative number, but, pretty cool that we're making some progress. So let's look at savings. This month I am using, again, the Budget Mom Savings Challenge, which for this month is to save $50 every week. She had it on Sunday. I changed it to Tuesday because that works better for me, because an Etsy payday happens on Tuesday. On Sunday, we don't have no money on Sunday, so we can't save on Sunday. So I'm going to do that, which will be $200 for the savings challenge, the Budget Mom Savings Challenge. And then I have my 52-week savings challenge, and I jump around. So this month I am going to save $49, $26, $42, $3 for a total of $120. And then I would like to, in my little sinking funds categories, save $50 a week into my tax account, $25 a week into my car account, $50 a week into my emergency fund, and $25 a week into my business fund. So that's where we are with our savings challenges. Okay, and I think I've covered all of those things for this month. So let's do our cash envelopes. And get to the right page. Okay, so for my cash envelopes, I am going to be stuffing groceries, eating out, my bulk and butcher envelope, household gas, pet health, P.O. Box, Sam's Club membership, fun, beauty, business, 52-week challenge for, I think, week 1 and week 2. And I do want to add, and I think I shared this in my June wrap-up video, I added Sam's Club in the P.O. Box because as we move into the latter half of the year, my Sam's Club membership will be due in January. So I've got $34.87 already saved, and it is, I think, $55. So we're going to be doing $5 a month for the rest of the year. And then for my P.O. Box, we're going to do $15 a month. So these are 2 new sinking funds that they were kind of, I had them before, but I wasn't contributing to them. So I just paid the P.O. Box. And so I want to start replenishing that again. It's good until June of 2022. And then the other thing I was thinking about, sometimes I don't put anything in Fun, Beauty, and Clothing. Those are the ones that I really don't worry too much about funding. But I was starting to think like a little bit does add up. And so even if I just do $5 or $10, I want to do a little something to those every month. My Christmas fund, I'm not really looking to change anything with that one right now. That one is random things that come in the mail. Yes, I get random money in the mail sometimes. I actually just got a settlement check for like $50, some 50 and roughly. And so I'm going to put that in my Christmas fund. That will have my Christmas fund at like $137. And then I also deposit all my change every couple of months into my Christmas fund, which is my savings account at my bank. So that's usually between $10 and $20 every couple of months. So that has been what I've been doing. Probably around September, I will start being intentional about a set dollar amount, putting it in there. If you've been watching me since last year, you know I do not spend a lot of money at Christmas time. It is a few people that I purchase gifts for, and then food. Like, we like to have a nice Christmas dinner. So I don't need a whole lot for Christmas. I'm not buying for kids or anything like that. I have tons of Christmas decorations that I love, and so I don't need new decorations. I may buy some Christmas cards. I may buy some stuff to do baking and make cookies and like that. But I think Christmas for me, like $300 is perfect. Now, if I were to go somewhere, that might change things, but I could always take that from my travel. So that's just me sharing my thoughts with you on my sinking funds and where we're at on those. So for this month, we are doing, let's see, we're going to do, come back to that envelope. So we have beauty, currently has $40 in it, and we are adding 10. So see, the last time I added anything to the beauty envelope was in April. And so, you know, that's why I said it, you know, a little bit. If I'd been adding $10 a month, it would have a nice little chunk of change in there. And truth be told, I have been buying beauty related things and just cash flowing it and not using the envelope because it didn't have much in it. So for this month, we're adding 10 to beauty. That will put us at 50. And I am just referencing in my Budget by Paycheck workbook my cash envelope breakdown here. So I am going to put in one $10 bill. Next, we have PD, and PD gets $20. Which will give him $146. And I have, this is my birthday envelope. So one of the notes that I wanted to make for myself was for next year, I need a birthday envelope and 4th of July envelope that I start saving for in advance. This worked out great. I had ultimately $120. I didn't go anywhere and do anything. As you can see, it was all on food. And I bought some plants. So next year we will. Okay, so in my butcher envelope, I might not have written something down. This is what I'm talking about, where I wasn't intentional. So I thought I had 140, but I went to the butcher and I spent $45.78. And so the good thing is I took my change and my receipt and I put it in the envelope. I just never revisited it to write down the information to accurately reconcile, but at least I have the info to reconcile. So on June 19th, I had 140 and I spent $45.78 and so that gives me $94.22, and the change is gone, so we're just going to say 94. So I need to update my my trackers because this one is off. I have $94 in here, and I am going to add today $40, which will give me $134. And let's see, we're gonna do two 20s. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And I just need to update that in my book. So that is my butcher envelope. Then we have I need to cross them off so I know what I'm doing. So we did butcher, we did PD, we did beauty. Okay, so let's do fun. And fun is going to get $10. I know a lot of people do like their fun, maybe like as a blow money or something that they spend once a month. That was going to be my backup on birthday if I didn't have enough to do what I wanted to do. So I think we all look at it differently, and it can be whatever works for you. For health, we are going to add in $20. And if you're wondering why my number is different here than it is on my tracker, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 110. So I have 110 on here, but on my, I had 90 and I added 20, so I have 110, but on my sinking funds tracker, it shows health as 120 as what I'm starting with, and that is because there is money in a bank account that is also for health that has money in the account. So the savings tracker, the cash envelope tracker might be different than the total that I have. Not adding anything to the car fund envelope. We'll add it online. Clothing. Not adding anything to clothing this month. Okay, so business equipment. Or business things that we need for our business. I'm really trying to figure out what this looks like for me. Has been equipment and sourcing products. But I don't know. It's one of those that I haven't quite figured out. Like I was looking this morning at some stuff I wanted to order, and I was like, oh, I don't have any money. I'll wait until Etsy payday. And it's like, I do have money in the sinking fund. So I don't know. Just got to kind of work that out in my mind. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4. Why do I have 87? I had 84. And now I have 104. Okay. Oh no, I did have $3 more in there. Okay, so I'm not crazy. 107. Okay, next up we have come back to vacation. Actually, we're not putting anything in vacation because that was done at the end of the June budget. Sam's Club. Okay, so this is the Sam's Club membership, and we are putting $5 in here. So that will give us 30. I don't know why I pulled 40. Oh, I know what I did. Okay, I will take care of it off camera because it's probably going to be confusing. The $45 I spent? No, because that says March. I don't know. Oh no, I renewed my membership in March. It was late. It should have been January, but I hadn't been going, so I didn't renew till March. Okay. Anyway, Sam's Club envelope has $25. I am adding $5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, we have our P.O. box. We're going to add 15 and 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And this envelope is empty. So we are adding 15 today. All right, so that is all of those in that binder. Next we are going to do groceries. And we've got a new little slip. So for groceries this month, we are doing 160. And I like to have a little variety, so okay, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Okay, so 160 to groceries. And I personally do not carry all of this around with me. I will off camera take some of it out, which helps me to sort of budget each week at the grocery store. I try not to spend more than a quarter of whatever I've allotted myself for the month. Next we have household, and this is low this month, only $20, and that is in part because I already spent some money on Grove, and so I really shouldn't need a lot. So we are going to do one $20 bill into our household. Then we have gas. Tell me what you're paying for gas where you're at. The last time I went, I think it was $4.35 here. It just keeps going up. It's just crazy how much gas is costing. So I am going to do 160 because if I fill up 4 times once a week, which I probably will have money left over, let's see. If I fill up 4 times, 40 each time, that's not even a full tank of gas. This is ridiculous price of gas. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60. So 160 for gas. California, like 50 cents of the 4 something is taxes. And then last we have, well, not last, second to last, eating out. And this month for eating out, we have $60, and I already ate out once this week. Not from this bunny, because I was starving. So I went and got a sandwich. Okay, so 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. $60 in our eating out envelope. And then last, we are going to do our 52-week savings challenge. And I have set aside for the week that it was $49 and the week that it was $3 for a total of $52. So July 1, we are going to put in $49 and $3 for a total of $52. So 20, 40, 50, 1 and 2. And the reason why there's extra $1 bills is because that is money that someone gave me for something. And I think that I will add it to an envelope. Okay, so the 52-week savings challenge right now is dryer money, so that won't be around forever. Okay, so I have $1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $6. And I'm going to put this $6 in my clothing envelope since I did not put any money in clothing this month. So clothing has 60. And we are adding 6 for a total of 66. All right, all of our money is gone and all of our envelopes are stuffed and we are ready to tackle this month. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. The first budget video of the month is always a little bit longer because there is more to do to set up the month, but then the mid-month check-in and the review are usually a little bit shorter. If you have any questions for me on anything that I do with my budget, feel free to post them down below. I am by no means a financial expert, but I think that I have found what works with me, for me, and I like to share that with you all. I'm clearly not perfect because I failed to write down that I spent $45.78 at the butcher in the month of June. But we are going to get that taken care of in just a moment. So, like I said, if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, ideas, I'd love to hear them. I'd love to also hear what you're paying for gas. Maybe I can drive to wherever you live and get gas cheaper because our gas prices are insane here. I'll tell you in my mid-month check-in what I ended up paying the next time I go. But we will see how that all pans out. I will see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.